I'm confused. We're gonna put the whole bag in. I mean, that's not bad. Let's just say, hypothetically, your snare wires give out, and it's Valentine's Day, and you have two options. The first, cinnamon hearts. Second, conversation hearts. We're gonna remove the snare wires off of this snare drum, and then we're gonna test out whether or not cinnamon hearts or conversation hearts will be better for that rattle. And I know what you're thinking, this is completely insane. And I thought to myself, somebody must have thought of this before. So grab a glass of wine, light a candle, and let's get this party started. I'm going to be recording this with a Yamaha EAD10 as well as an SM57 on the snare drum. The snare that I have today is a 14 by 5.5 aluminum Tama snare. I don't think that's gonna make any difference because we're mainly focused on what the bottom snare sounds like, the snare wires. And if we can recreate that with something completely ridiculous. All right. I'm gonna do 3 tests. The first test will be using the snare wires that are already on the drum. The second test will be using a handful of these cinnamon hearts. And the third test is gonna be using these conversation hearts. How, you might ask? I'm gonna remove this head, take it all the way off, toss a couple in, tighten it back up, and we're off to the races. So here's what the snare drum normally sounds like. Yup, that's a snare drum, all right. Now, let's dive into what we're really here for. Cinnamon hearts. This is by far the most ridiculous shit I think I've ever done to a drum set. Open. Take a look at this, it's beautiful. So there you can see the snare wires. That's what rattles. Now for good measure, we're gonna completely remove the snare wires just so that there's no guessing what you hear. So there we go, snare wires are off. Test number 1, cinnamon hearts. Maybe another handful. One more handful. I mean, it sounds like a drum. Let's load her back up. Snare wires are off, cinnamon hearts are in. Let's give it a go. Not sure how I feel about that one. I think we need more. Oh, this is why. All of the cinnamon hearts came into this bottom ridge, so you're only left with a couple. Now that is a lot of cinnamon hearts. If this snare drum doesn't sound spicy, I'm gonna be very upset. And I'm sure you are too. Okay, so we put significantly more cinnamon hearts in the snare drum. That way they can't sit around the edge and we'll get more on the bottom head. This tuning is gonna be a little bit higher than the last one because I feel like I cranked it a bit more. But with that said, let's test it out. That's awesome. I'd say that's an acceptable substitute if your snare wires happen to go missing. Chris Angel walks in the room, poof, snare wires, gone. But just so happens to be Valentine's Day and you've got a bag of cinnamon hearts. Okay, let's test the conversation hearts. Cinnamon hearts are out, the conversation hearts are in. Now, based on last time, we had to put a lot of cinnamon hearts in this drum to make it sound at least a little bit like a snare drum. These candies here have a little bit more weight to them and a little bit more area. So I'm thinking we're gonna put the whole bag in. Now, you can already hear it's a lot more dense. Okay. So now that we have all of the conversation hearts in the snare drum, it's time to test it out. That sounds fucking horrible. Let's try tuning it up. Okay, let's give that a shot. I mean, that's not bad. I'm confused. So there you have it. As a recap, here's what the cinnamon heart sounded like. And here's what the conversation heart sounded like. Well, there it is. What do you think was better? Personally, I don't know. I think it's a tie, equally bad. Don't do this. But, I mean, if you ever find yourself in a situation where your snare wires go poof, gone, the strap breaks, find something else to fix it first. And then, let's just say it's Valentine's Day. Somebody's got a bag of cinnamon hearts or bag of conversation hearts. They go,
hey, be mine, beep, beep, beep.
You got yourself some new snare wires, baby. Thanks for joining me on this stupid journey together. I hope you found this enjoyable. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Again, if you want to support the channel, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you think. And if you want to go even further, you can consider subscribing. That really helps the channel. And with that, I'm gonna do some drumming as the outro plays. Let's go.